about gender gap. Nowadays, it has been seen that the women have a great increase in their rights to respect to what they saw before, where one could clearly see a mastery of Chavism. Give my opinion on the subject, and likewise I will ask some questions to a couple of people, one man and one woman, and this in order to know the point of view of the both. I so draw some conclusions on the subject that I believe that today, as I said, for women have been increasing their rights. It is still a lot to be able to really talk about gender equality. About stereotypes, because to talk about gender gap is necessary to play on the stereotypes team. Today we can say that there is no gender equality due to the number of stereotypes the society has imposed. Stereotypes that sometimes limit the freedom of both genders to the perform actions that are part of their personality. Luckily, the stereotypes or the types of stereotypes are more typical for older people, while in young people today can see a greater inclination towards gender equality, which means a hope of reaching this goal in the future. So, in my opinion, you have to be careful, not go to the opposite extreme, where be granting women more rights. They end up restricting those of men. For example, in these days, I heard the news that they want to make a law so that women are use the chairs in the Transmillennium, but the men no. And I disagree with this, because men also have the right to travel comfortable, and because they pay their tickets. That if a woman truly needs the chair, the man must give way for chivalry, not because allow of say that we have say that do it. I think that this also goes inside the increase of citizen culture, that women's rights must continue to be increased so that men's rights remain, and so to speak of equality. First question is, for you nowadays there is a gender equality, and why?
No, I don't think that today there is enough equality in gender. I believe that men we still having a little predominance over women. After all this time, I believe that that is a mistake. That is wrong.
No, because nowadays the men have social priorities.
What benefits the women have today that they do not have men?
Not sure, but I believe that today women and men have actually the same rights, but sometimes women, as they are perceived as weak, they might have some special rights over men sometimes in places like public transportation or things like that.
Actually, the benefit for a woman is the maternity leave.
For you, what are the most common stereotypes for both genders.
That the common stereotype that we have is that women must be at home pleasing their men and doing everything at home, while men always have to work and go out and get the money for the house, which I believe is a very antique and not of this age stereotype that is just simply ridiculous and that we must overcome.
The most common stereotypes for men are that you have to be manly and you must work. For women is that you have to be womanly and use makeup.
Do you think that nowadays you still see a lot of chauvinism or that feminism predominates?
That even with all this feminism that is coming in the last few years, there is a lot of sexism in favor of men than in favor of women because of I believe that some kind of tradition of it. But I believe that today it's a little more even than it was years ago.
In my opinion, feminism still is a movement in progress.
We can observe that for both men and women, men's domination is still privileged for many things in the daily life. Eh, but they agree that the feminism has increased and has had a current one.